Hello, my name is Brian Smith. I own Captain Smith Bail Bonds, and right now most people don't know anything about bail bonds, so I kind of call this Bail Bonds 101. Essentially, what's a bail bond? Well, first off, it's essentially a contract, an insurance contract that is used by the court system to ensure that somebody shows up for court. Now, there are two types of bail bonds. We'll just start with an example of how much a bail bond, or how it works. First off, let's say somebody's in jail and they have a $10,000 bond. All right, you can get them out of jail one of two ways here in the state of California. One, you can go down and post $10,000 in cash at the jail, and that will get that person out of jail. Once their case is adjudicated, you will get that $10,000 back. Now, that case may take anywhere from up to a year, 2 years before you get your money back. But the other way to do this is to go through a bail bondsman. A bail bondsman is essentially an insurance agent, and the price that gets somebody out of jail on a $10,000 bond is essentially, in the state of California, it's 10% of whatever the bail amount is. So instead of coming up with $10,000 to get somebody out of jail, you have to come up with $1,000 to get that person out of the jail by going through a bail bondsman. Here's the catch. Whereas at the end of the case, or the adjudication of the case, on the $10,000 that you gave to the court, as basically you get that money back. When you use a bail bondsman, that $1,000 doesn't come back to you. I liken it a lot to, because we're all insurance agents as bail agents in the state of California, I liken it to car insurance. Nobody ever thinks, never mind, that every year you have to renew your car insurance, that you're ever going to see that money come back to you whether you wrecked your car or not. Bail bonds are essentially the same way. That $1,000 goes to an insurance company, of which the bail bondsman makes a commission off that money, and then that money is essentially gone. You're not going to see any of that money back as though you went with just cash to get somebody out of jail. So essentially what a bail bondsman is he's a person that's an insurance agent, a lot like car insurance, and he charges you a premium, 10% of whatever the amount of the bond is, in this particular case $10,000. You're going to pay him $1,000, of which he's going to send that money off to an insurance company, just like a car insurance salesman, and he's going to make a commission off that sale, or that premium for that policy that he wrote. Now, how this is all put together, each bonding company is a little different, but it could be necessarily just the money and a signature for somebody that's responsible, that in case somebody forgets to go to court or just misses their court date, and the bondsman can't get a hold of them, they can get a hold of that individual. So if your mom or dad or a close friend, you're more than likely going to have to come up with $1,000 and have to do what we call a co-signer, a lot like co-signing a car loan, that you're going to help this person, the bonding agency, find someone if they don't go to court. But essentially all bail bonds is what? 10% of the bail amount. You come up with that, either cash, check, credit card, and that basically, that bail bondsman goes down and writes a bond, essentially a little insurance contract that is given to the court, to where if the person doesn't show up to court, then they go to this bail bondsman to find that individual. And that's essentially Bail Bonds 101.